training ended quickly. Will was ready to board the train and leave home. Before he left, his uncle gave him a special whistle that could mimic his father's tune, the tune that commanded the stubborn Gus. With the train's whistle, Will, carrying his dreams and determination, set off into the unknown. It was his first time leaving home in 17 years. After a day and night of travel, Will walked into the opening ceremony full of hope. The announcer introduced the organizers and competitors from various countries, all strong, experienced, and backed by sponsors. In comparison, Will seemed small and alone. Then the route was announced. From Winnipeg South to St. Paul's Central Park, 840 kilometers in total. First to finish wins, but Will's mailed application and fee had been delayed by snow, making his registration late. The late fee was $10, and Will only had 2 left. Then a newspaper reporter stepped in and paid Will's fee, but he only helped Will enter, so he'd have a good story to write, a shot at a promotion in Rays. Meanwhile, the organizers in their private train car bet that Will wouldn't last a day, or even reach Heartbreak Hill. The next day, a gunshot started the race. From the beginning, Will pushed hard to catch up. His determined figure radiated raw energy. When the private train caught up to the racers, the men looked out and were shocked to see it was Will. The reporter, Mr. King, was thrilled. Maybe Will could make him the newspaper's editor-in-chief. Soon, Will reached the first major challenge, Heartbreak Hill. Inexperienced, he struggled to pull the dogs and sled up the slope, exhausted by the time he reached the top. But looking back, he saw he'd unintentionally created a smooth path for his competitors. Frustrated but undeterred, he regrouped and raced on. Going downhill was easier, the earlier fatigue fading away. Another American racer trying to avoid a fallen log. He lost balance, and a tearing pain forced him to let go, crashing into a tree. With a broken spine, the cowboy was out of the race. Gus's disobedience also caused Will to collide with another sled. The accident put Will behind. When he reached the rest stop, other racers were already asleep, but following the start early strategy, Will slept only 5 hours that first night. Before setting off again, he not only cut sleep, but skipped cooking meals, surviving on fruitcake his mother had packed. This gave reporter King an idea. The next day, his article featured the American boy with his mother's fruitcake, racing against nature in time. Meanwhile, Will faced a vast frozen lake. The memory of his father falling through the ice haunted him. Unable to overcome his fear, he took a long detour, adding miles to his route. By nightfall, he hadn't cleared the hills, and had to camp where he was, but his exhausted body wouldn't wake. Seeing this, Gus led the dogs forward on his own. They reached the rest stop late at night. Gus's instinctive move undoubtedly saved Will's life. With no one around, Gus barked wildly in the yard. Mr. King was first to wake, and soon others came running to check on the boy. King quickly took photos of the dramatic scene, then helped carry Will inside to rest. The next day, Will set off early, driven by duty and future. After a night's rest, he was back to his energetic self. Passing a small hill, he spotted a man lying in the snow, in bad shape, feverish and weak. But the man didn't ask for help for himself, only for Will to take his dogs and continue the race. Despite the cold, Will's heart was warm with kindness. He loaded the man onto his sled and postponed the race to reach the train tracks, accidentally dropping the whistle that controlled Gus. After flagging down the organizer's train, Will turned back toward the race. When the barely conscious